G'day, g'day, g'day. Chrissey here. I'm just waiting for a few people. 19th of the 9th, 21. I uncover the news. Malaysia have joined in the criticism of France, who were just pissed off because they lost the contract. China over Australia over the AUKUS. Pact. So that's Russian elections. Hi, J Cat Lady. Hi, Melinda. Have you been able to sort out your video audio stuff? Port jailed activists on the first day of parliamentary elections. Yeah. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Grandma D. Hi, Renee. Canada elections on Monday. Hello. Stop. As a January 6th committee taps former Bush administration official as top lawyer. Okay.
You're out of Aldi, sweetie.
Oh, look, I'll just have an instant, darling.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. I know I'm out of Aldi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to order some Nescafe until we go to Aldi again. Hi, Gma5. Hi, everyone. If I could get an aspirin in half a glass of water, that would be great too, baby. Thanks. Hi, Clarence Fields. Hi, Marie Sutton. Hello to everyone. Yeah. So the US border migrant crisis worsens. Will they be able to? They're using a Trump era thing at the moment. What will they do about that? And it's the surge is for people from Haiti. Yeah. Hi, Catherine Bush. Not having the balls to tell his viewers the truth about the vaccines and peddling lies for profit. Yeah, the Nicki Minaj story it's so hilarious. It really is. I'm you know, yeah. What will happen at the bridge? You know how they're all under a bridge down there near that town at the bridge in Texas, where how will they handle it? It is a huge crisis. Oh, okay. The Wyoming County GOP votes to accept Cheney as Republican in a break from the state trend. Excellent. Yeah, so I'm going to have a look at how much the AUKUS, what it's going to do with tensions with other countries around us. I know that the Prime Minister's cancelled his trip to Indonesia. That was supposed to happen when coming back from the UK, but apparently that doesn't have anything to do with AUKUS. It's something to do with he's spoken to the Indonesian Prime Minister, President, and it was something to do with his side, but not about AUKUS. But yeah, I think
take that one, maybe.
Just pull my back. Say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Oh, boy. I'll go lie down.
Okay. You. Oh. Failed AIDS vaccine, mate. No. Brian Kemp keeps mentioning a failed AIDS vaccine mandate. There is no AIDS vaccine. Yeah, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, does he? So that's pretty obvious. Oh, it's your first card reader on YouTube. Thank you, Melinda. Hi, Linda Borean. Linda B. Got your email. Fantastic news. And, you know, everything is working out and will continue to go well. So, will Liz Cheney strengthen? Liz Cheney, will her position in Wyoming strengthen? Will Liz Cheney win over Wyoming? I do feel that county going for her and choosing her is a turning point. I do feel that. Early this morning, I was watching a story with a man who wrote a book. I can't remember his name, sorry, but he used the term Trump fatigue because he's a one-note person. His Trump fatigue, is that setting in? People are getting bored with him. Is that setting in? Well, we have a date to get our final jab. Hi, Catherine Stubbs. Hi, Marsha Miller. Are you fluttering your eyelashes at me, Marsha? Or is your keyboard stuck? There's some guy in Adelaide who does something, his business is going to suffer. He's banned vaccinated shoppers from his shop because he does not believe that coronavirus exists, that COVID-19 exists. And yeah. Oh, still having a bit of trouble with my back, but you know what? I've been catching up on a lot of rest and oopsie daisy, I just accidentally knocked the card off. I'll just have to pick it up, guys. Oh. Okay. So oh. Hi, Catherine Stubbs. Just smiling. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, the rally. Approximately 200 people. They were saying we're going to have thousands, and then when they went in to put the permit in, they got a permit for 700, and police outnumbered things. They had a couple of incidences where with a couple of little fires to put out, one guy with a knife, and apparently somebody was being escorted away as the girl was reporting on it, but otherwise pretty much, yeah, not much, with a couple of little fires, and that's it. The Queen won't overrule Prince Charles' efforts to keep Prince Andrew out of the public eye. I suppose he's his brother. Oh, well, that's Sky News. So this is interesting. Sky News is saying that the FDA has voted against Pfizer booster shots, but I saw something yesterday that said that they had approved the shots. So what's the truth? If anyone has something on that. Tinder for terrorists. Hi, Guy Ryan. Anyway, let's get started. Yes, I saw the loan on the Trump building. What does it mean when it's put on the bank watch list? I don't quite know what that means. So if someone could enlighten me on that, that would be great. Yeah, it's been approved for 65 plus. Yeah, that's all they asked for at this stage. Yeah, and those at great risk, that it's been approved for them. Yeah, so that's what I saw. Don't worry about that. Somebody's answered. Thank you, Catherine. It's been approved for people 65 and older, and for those who are at greater risk. And that's, I just think that they're going to be doing it in steps. So, yeah. Linda B, what's going on? You had good news the other day. What's going on? Oh, you had an accident, sweetie. Oh, my goodness. Oh, just very achy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you poor darling. She's the sweetest, kindest, most lovely, big heart person, Linda. They may go into default soon. Whoa. Okay, thank you. You're kidding. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look. Malaysia. Well, AUKUS. Things will settle down, I'm sure, but with the AUKUS deal, where Australia is going to gets 10 nuclear submarines, or 8 or 10 nuclear submarines, with using US and UK technology. Hubby actually knows a bit about this. He was saying, well, the workforce is probably going to be moved to Australia, things like that. But what's it going to do with tensions in the region? Because Malaysia's speaking out against it, China's speaking out against it. Malaysia is a very dense thing. Not sure about Indonesia at this stage, but they were having discussions. Now, the trip was cancelled, but apparently they were on the phone and talking and doing the discussions on the phone or something. So for some reason, against COVID-19. So they did vote against it. What, for 65 and plus? So that is true. That's not good news. So Australia's at a bit of a crossroads. The area is yeah, so it's for the rest of the age group. That it's still the 65 and plus, they can still get it, but it's the rest that they're not ready to do yet. Okay, so our region, Oceania, Southeast Asian and Oceania, we're at a bit of a crossroads at this time. AUKUS sends a message that Australia has very powerful allies. I know New Zealand's not happy and they're not going to allow the submarines into their waters, but they don't allow any US or UK nuclear powered vehicles into their waters either. So that's not an unusual thing, but they're still part of like the Five Eyes and things like that. So that's yeah. Thanks, Catherine Bush. Thank you guys for looking that up and for clarifying that. I only knew about the vote for. I didn't know about the vote for the rest of them. There might be a time when that's needed, but at the moment, I think, yeah. Hi, Super Queen Bee. How are you? Hi, Joe G. The sequoia trees in California. Okay. Okay, I've written that down. Okay. At the moment, I'm reading on tensions within our region down here: Australia, Southeast Asia, Oceania, and I've got here the two of swords, which is a crossroads. Yeah, can you guys give me a few minutes to get through a couple of readings, and then can you ask your questions again? Okay. Hi, Ree Peacock. So Apple, can you ask that question again in like half an hour or so? So I'll read it then. I just want to get through the ones that I've got written down. So I feel like I've got to stop and write down questions at the moment. So yeah. Okay. So so it's a bit of a crossroads for this whole region, both on the Pacific and the Indian Ocean side. And communication is happening very quick and fast. It's momentum too. Things, it sort of seems like this came out of the blue. But there'd been a lot of communication. Apparently there'd been a lot of trouble with the French contract. On one side or the other. So we've got the 8 of Wands, and it's gaining momentum. So, and new growth. There's lots of new growth on these wands here. Okay. And there's a small hill in the background, and that's a small achievement. And it is Australia has realised it needs to up its momentum. It needs to up its defence capabilities. Yes, we have some powerful allies, and we always will have powerful allies, but it needs to up the momentum in showing its teeth as the geopolitical power that it is. And this is one of the ways they're doing it. And saying to Southeast Asia, if you're an ally with us, you have our protection as well. You know, not guaranteeing it, but we will be more able to protect you. The Ace of Wands, it is gaining energy, new energy, new growth. I do still feel that there's going to be another couple of countries who will be not happy. And look, there is going to be some ramp up. There is going to be some ramp up in tension, political tension. But the last card I drew there was the 9 of Cups, and it's satisfied with a deal, and with the deal. So I'm just going to do a slightly different spread here, okay? Oh, hubby was telling me, oh yeah, Tom Willis, yeah. Embattled. Okay, there's a sense of we need to build our defences, and this is what it's all about, building our defences. in the past, okay, this deal, they tried to work it, but there was a lot going on either side, and it was not going to work. Costs blew out with it. What seemed like an ideal deal with France just ended up not being so. There's worry in the future. The future, there's an element of people getting away with things. So with the Seven of Swords here, stealing trust, stealing faith, stealing territory. The biggest reason of this is future worries about China. And it's got to send a message to China that this is about sending a message to China now and in the future that you can't continue to just build islands and this and that and sneakily, you know, what somebody called it salami tactics, slice by slice. Somebody described what Hitler did in invading Europe as salami tactics, slice by slice. And it's a bit like that with China, with their building their islands and stuff. Now, it's not like we're going to have 10 nuclear submarines tomorrow. It's going to take years. But there was also with this new deal, there was also generating more jobs. There were some mercenary things as well. But there's slow moving. The slowest move, we've got the two slowest moving knights with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles here. So the Knight of Cups basically came to a river and it couldn't cross. It just came to an area they just couldn't agree. So they moved with, they felt that this would increase their security even more in our region. He feels things deeply, Clarence. He does. There are some things that have not come out yet about. There's still lots of decisions to be made about what they're going to have in the submarines, what they're going to be capable of doing and all that. So it's not at full clarity yet, but it is a new start towards ensuring it is a new start with Australia in strengthening their defence capabilities. The moon, yeah. Here, I've got the moon here, which is not surprising that I had the Seven of Cups as well. With deals like this, there's always some things that they're not going to tell the whole picture about because you can't. So there are a few things. Some things will come to light as they feel it is necessary and suitable, But they are keeping some things very dark because, of course, they don't want China and things to find out. So I've got the Three of Pentacles here. Now, despite this particular Three of Pentacles being a harbinger of dark money, it's not. In this case, it is just the group, the AUKUS alliance. It's just the beginning, and we've got the Fool, we've got the Moon. So there's more to be happening as well and coming out. This is just the start of the AUKUS alliance and things that they can do to help up the security of the oceanic and Southeast Asian nations who have problems with China. So people might like it, but they better get used to it. I'm okay with it. Well, I'm okay with the nuclear-powered subs. I don't know about having missiles and all that can be converted for warheads. No, I'm not big with that. The subs, they can, they last a lot longer. They can go farther. They can, but there's one thing to having a vessel that's powered like that to having armaments like that, and I'm not a fan of having missiles that can be converted to nuclear warheads and all that. I'm not a fan of that, but I'm okay with the subs. But it's like with nuclear power stations around the world. There's thank you, thank you. But yeah, but the fact is we are living in a world there are factors that are becoming increasingly more dangerous, and we have to look at the safety of our nations and of our neighbours, especially those that their defence forces are extremely limited. And so that took me a while to get through, but I really wanted real clarity there. I live in this region, and I do feel there's going to be a lot of talks happening. I think a summit might happen in the next 12 months too. Okay, let's have a look at what will happen. How is the Biden administration going to deal with the people at the bridge in that Texas town? I'm sorry, I can't remember the town. Okay. Guides of the highest truth and compassion. Hi, Estelle Harrington. A card flew out looking at the bridge. Conflict. It is causing conflict. It is causing debate with the Five of Wands. this seems to indicate that there will be an understanding reached at some stage, but at the moment it is causing real conflict and debate, and it is a crisis. The challenge here the Page of Swords came up as the challenge here, and the first thing that popped into my mind when I saw it is to sort out who is genuine and who is not. So the processing, I would assume that is the processing happening, talking to people. There's going to be people who are disappointed, but so this is a big challenge. The advice, they're looking at plans and strategies to help. This is possibly looking at plans and strategies, maybe reaching out to other countries who can take some of these people in. Maybe Canada can, maybe Mexico can. You know, who else can help take some of these people in? A lot of them are escaping from Haiti, from the earthquake, and from when the president was assassinated. I didn't do North Korea the other day. Thank you for reminding me. So look out and look for help. At the basis of this is lovers. Yes, they're going to make some deals, get some agreements from other countries to help with that. Possibly even there might even be like people from Canada might be going down, like getting people from Canada to go down, and if Canada agree to take in some people, sending some of their people down so they can process them, sort out getting them temporary visas, and then fly them up to Canada and finish the process, things like that. Maybe, I don't know if that's what will happen, but I think that's a possibility. I don't know if other countries would be in on that either. Mexico will just, they have enough problems just dealing with the people going through there. Interesting question, Lynn Patterson. Yeah, outcomes here. We've got families. They're going. I get families here. They're going to try and focus on family groups more so than individuals. It is a very crossroads and testing time, but it could lead to a crossroads in how they deal with people. I think, yeah, groups. Again, it's the group working together. Looking towards a resolution that is more international than national. That doesn't mean they won't take any. It just means that there are other countries that could be in a position to help with some of the. Chile, for some reason, came to my mind. I don't know how stable Chile is, but my understanding is it's relatively stable. But looking at other countries to make deals with other countries. To take some of these people and stuff. There has to be a better way. And I do feel there has to be some sort of I know there is some sort of international thing at the moment, but there has to be a fresh looking at it and the way things are done. So they're looking for help from their neighbours currently at the moment, and hopefully we'll sort out this one. But they're looking for longer term solutions as well. So they're talking to other countries and helping sort out this one. Mostly looking at helping with the family groups, the ones with children and stuff. But there will ultimately be some resolution about this. But at the moment, I do feel they're just looking at this crisis and looking towards immediate neighbours for some help with this crisis. And I think they'll get it. If anyone's interested in lessons too, you can email me. I did put a thing up the other day. I could do groups on Skype or individual. My first lesson is going to be about the major arcana. So there's a nominal fee for each lesson because it does take me time to put things together and stuff. But yeah, I can do it in groups or whatever, and I'll be prepared from from Saturday to do lessons. So I don't think it's going to be in the next day or so, but probably over the next couple of months, things will ease up a bit, I think. Okay. Well, Liz Cheney went over Wyoming. I'll just do a quick three-carder on that. It won't be an immediate solution, guys, but they've all come up with something. Hi, Sandra Henderson. Hi, Deborah Costro. Missing girl. Is it Gabby, the missing girl? I'll ask for a repeat of that question later. Sheldon Whitehouse. Whitehouse. Oh, pen's not working. Whitehouse. Dark money. Judges removed. Will Liz Cheney win over Wyoming? I've got the Sun for her is the first card. Queen of Pentacles is the second, and the Empress is the third. Yes, I think it's going to be quite surprising. I think having this county say, yes, we're accepting her. She represents stability that they realise they wouldn't get with a Trump candidate. I think it's going to be quite a surprise with her. And, you know, 2 major arcana. So the impact she's going to have is it's still going to take some time. She's not there yet, but she is going to win over enough people in Wyoming to keep her seat. At least keep the nomination, the Republican nomination we're looking at here. She's needed, and she really does need to keep her seat as well, because she's really needed if the GOP are going to come out of this time. And survive as a party. She's needed. Wheel of Fortune, that's another big yes. Hi to everyone who's in the chat, who's watching, who isn't in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And hello to everybody who decides to click on my videos later. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that you come and watch me. I hope you enjoy them. And yeah, and I hope you feel you get something out of it. I'm going to be doing another Hidden Treasures video this week, so keep a lookout for that. Trump fatigue, is that setting in? Now, that was because I was watching, I cannot remember, George somebody, and he's written a book. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I was sort of half joking, but he said Trump fatigue is setting in. Proud Boys, domestic terror attack. I'll write that down before I do this reading, okay? Proud Boys. Hi, Geek. How are you, my darling? How's your little puppers? Yeah, deaths outnumber births for the first time in history. That's shocking. That's negative growth. That's a negative growth. That's not a good place to be in. Yeah. Is Trump fatigue setting in? So let's have a look at that. Hi, Renee D. Amazing machinery. Okay, is Trump fatigue setting in? Let's have a look. 3 of Pentacles. These people are offering their loyalty to Trump. the acolytes, I suppose you'd call them, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan, those. There's more than three, but not that much more than three, really. And Trump standing there saying, gimme, 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 gimme. I'm the big cheese. His rallies are growing smaller. Another way of looking at it is he's asking for more and more from less and less. So he's still got that core group. But overall, is Trump fatigue setting in? Four of Wands. People are... This is interesting, this ground. You could look at this as a homecoming, but you could also look at this Four of Wands as there's the ship looking for new horizons. They're looking for more. What can you give us that we don't already have from you? There are still small celebrations and rallies and people gathering around him, but the challenge is to that more, and the other challenge is that they're looking for more, and because they're not hearing it from him, they're staying home. What this guy called him, a one note comedian or something like that. King of Swords. The other thing that's influencing the challenges for him is that people are staying at home because they're looking for more, and they're looking there and it's like, oh, all we've got is, it's like this guy in the background in the sheepskin is like, what, we've already passed that. We've already had that part of our civilization, so there's nothing new here for us. So they're staying home. The other thing here is that a lot of people, they've seen that a lot of people who supported Trump have been prosecuted with the January 6th, and they've ended up in front of courts. And also a lot of them are realizing that Trump's two-faced. He'll say one thing but do another. Four of Pentacles. He is not increasing their feeling of stability. This person is hanging on tight to what they have and looking down at the young lad there. It's like, I've got to hang on tight to what we have now, so the Four of Pentacles is a card of insecurity as well. Feeling the need to hang on tight and keep things close now. So they might still be giving him money over a website, but even that's getting less and less. And Trump's starting to feel that insecurity as well. King of Pentacles. The outcomes here. Is Trump fatigue setting in? Yes, I'm getting yes, it is. King of Pentacles. This is a guy who cares more about his own comfort and his own riches than other people, and they were looking for him to restore what they felt was an unfair fair system of riches and return stability to their financial lives, and he didn't do that, and he'd done nothing or said nothing to reassure them of that. It's all about him. Then the fact that it's all about him as well, they're getting tired of hearing that. How I got, I lost, they stole from me. And at some stage they've started to think, well, what are you going to do about us if we put you back? Queen of Cups. As this fatigue sets in, there's a bit of a return to some emotional stability here. Oh, at some point, there's a feeling of betrayal is going to be coming up soon. I'm looking at the outcomes here. At some point, a lot of these people, the Trump fatigue is setting in because some of them are starting to feel that they bought into a lie and they're starting to feel a bit betrayed by that. 6 of Wands. And how many times has he said, I'm going to be put back in, and it hasn't happened? Rightful victor, and I'm going to be put back in. I'm going to draw one more card here. Strength. The strength has been undermined here. Yeah, Trump fatigue is setting in, and it's going to turn on him. It's going to cause people to turn on him and those who are supporting him. It's like this guy's subduing the lion by this false show of strength. But interesting, the sword here has been bent in the fight. The big weapon he has, people have stopped buying it. They've stopped buying it, the big lie. They're starting to stop buying it. And this was the biggest weapon he had in his arsenal, and they've stopped buying it. So, yeah, Trump fatigue is setting in. Will Trump's loans be called in soon? Well, that's interesting, given that one of those loans is on the bank watch list. What will happen to Germany with the exit of Angela Merkel? I don't know. When is she leaving? Are they having elections? Will Trump's loans be called in soon? That was a building, the Notre Dame building, that was a fire. It was an accident. It was not deliberate. It was tragic, but yeah. Will Trump be indicted in September? What will be the first indictment? Okay, upcoming news. I will look at that. But first, we're going to have a look at will his loans be called in soon? Yes, no. Knight of Swords. Bit of chaos for him. 9 of Wands. He's going to be feeling embattled. Justice. Balance of justice. Justified calling him. Yes. 9 of Wands is a yes as well. Yeah, they are. This first one, this $100 million one, it's I think it's going to be the first of many Is it going to be the first of many? Yes, there's plans happening. Yep. The deals that he made, he's going to be embattled over the deals that he made with the lovers. Two of Swords, yeah, it's going to be the tipping point. It's going to be the tipping point. Three of Swords, yeah, he's not going to be able to do it. He's never been able to do it. He was never intending to pay them off. So it's the Three of Swords, betrayal, loss, the Hangman. I do think that a lot of his assets are going to end up frozen in suspension. Knight of Cups, yeah, they're going to be justified because he made promises he couldn't keep, and it's going to be the tipping point. See, the fish is jumping out of the water. It's like he felt he had this endless stream of money that he could have, scoop the cup in, and there'd be the fish of finance there giving him money. No. Yeah, they're going to start getting caught into. Yeah, no, it was a very much an accident. Caused from some negligence, but it was an accident. It was not a deliberate act of. German elections. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. The sequoia trees. Will they be protected from? Is the protection from fire going to work? Let's have a look. The White Sage Tarot, I think, with its links to nature. Will the sequoia trees be saved? The forest. Six of Cups. They've been there for a long time. They're a part of history. Will they be saved? Three of Swords. There might be some loss of some of them. Eight of Pentacles. But people are working hard. Nine of Swords. It is. People are very anxious about these trees. Eight of Swords. Boundaries. Restrictions. The lovers working together. It is an anxious time. The Hierophant processes, the High Priestess strategies. I do feel they're going to be saved, but there's going to have to be a lot of hard work done. They're going to have to come up with new strategies and stuff for the future. There might be some fringe losses, but there will be victory over this. But there are going to be some losses around the edge and some confusion. But I do feel that they will be saved, but there's more is going to have to be done in the future to ensure that they survive. I did get a picture in my head of young growth sequoias being planted somewhere else, a new reserve being planted. But I don't know much about where they can be planted, where they grow, what climate they need. But another reserve or something, because they take hundreds of years to get to where they are. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not even going to dignify that one. Yeah, they will be able to save some, but there's going to be some losses. And I do think that they may have some strategy underway to, but of course it's going to take hundreds of years for the new sequoia trees to get to that thing. But special areas where they're going to plant some growth, maybe transplant some young ones. I'm sure there are some young ones in there, where people are just not going to be allowed to go. I don't really know if koalas are prolific breeders. Wrapping the trees this morning in foil and digging trenches, lots of preventative measures. Yeah, unfortunately, I do see a few losses there. But, oh, yeah, there's strong people are going to fight for these trees because they mean so much to the state, not just to the state, but to the people of the state, but to the people of America. And yeah, so they're going to fight really hard, and then they're going to. I do think there's going to be, yeah. If you want to go and see them, you're going to need special permits. They're going to really restrict access to them. But I don't know about there, but I do feel like I see a couple of plantations where people just will not be allowed to go because anything, so that these trees can just, you know, only very few people will be allowed. But yeah, yes, burning the fires and all that can wipe out the habitats. It's really hard, especially when the animals get burned. It's heartbreaking, and it breaks my heart. Okay, North Korea. They're expanding. They've been testing nuclear weapons. And I do feel that that is another reason for the AUKUS alliance. Yeah, Gabby Petit. Yeah. Now her boyfriend is missing. Okay, I do have her here, Gabby and boyfriend. I do have that written down here, and I will be getting to that next, Apple. Okay, so thank you. North Korea. What is going on with North Korea? Hey, sweetie. James, could you do me another coffee, my darling? Are you okay to do that? North Korea. Yeah, I do feel that's played into the decision for the AUKUS alliance as well.
Copy?
Yeah, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, I'll get you to turn off the lights there too at the...
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought about that. Like me with the spoon that I cooked cleaned last night.
He got a yogurt out of the fridge for himself.
And cleaned the spoon.
And cleaned the spoon. Took the spoon into the front room but forgot the yogurt. And about half an hour later I'm going through and I said, is this your yogurt? He said, oh, I knew I forgot something. Bless you.
Worry.
Bless you, bless you.
That's an old man moment. Oh.
North Korea. What is happening with North Korea?
In the theatre room thinking, why have I got this spoon?
Yeah. 3 of Wands. They are looking outward, waiting to see what the response is to their testing of nuclear weapons and their announcements of this, that, and the other. And I do not think that is Kim Jong-un. I do not think that's him. I think that's an actor or someone who's just there to pretend to be him because the leaders aren't really accepting the sister. The challenge out in the cold. They are out in the cold. They want to keep people at bay. I saw a story. Kim Kardashian is not going to run for president at any time, so don't stress about that either. Knight of Swords. They're planning a little bit of chaos to upset things. Yeah, so they're looking at what's happening, the response to their test and other things they want to do. They're really, one of the reasons is they want to show that they can stand alone. They don't need anybody else. They're a power within themselves and they don't need any alliances with anybody else. They're looking to create a bit of chaos in the near future and build they are building. They are building their arsenal. They are definitely building things up. And it is, this was one of the factors with AUKUS as well to bring that into being. Judgment. Yeah, people are better listen. If your judgment says they're going to be stirring the pot, that listen to that. Smell the roses. They are working with some other people, even though they're doing a show of strength to say we don't need other people, we can stand alone if we want to. They are still working with other people, Russia, China. You know. Thank you, my darling.
Super hot and very strong, so be careful.
I trust sweetie.
Oh.
Queen of Pentacles. They want to lessen the stability in the area. So they're joining in with Russia and China to do that. The Queen of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles. If you're looking at stability, resources, the King of Pentacles is the most stable and secure for that. The resources and all that, and what they have and what they want to do is lessen that. So move it down. So it goes from a king stability and in the region to lessen it, bring it down to a queen. So it's not as stable. And the alliances, they want to lessen the show that make people more nervous. Be careful who you align with, because so trying to tell people come join us, that sort of thing. The Hierophant, I'm going to have to refer to my notes with this, with the Hierophant here. The Hierophant to me is processes, institutions, the hierarchy. But also, Catholicism spread out from the church in Rome. The church in Rome was established, and then from there it just spread out all over, the tentacles everywhere. And I'm getting that sort of thing. It's something to try and intimidate others around them. Spread the intimidation, spreading this tentacles out, saying, I think you need to think about joining us in our wonderful type of regime. And their plan is to lessen the stability by instilling fear, by spreading it out, spreading tentacles. So so basically business as usual with North Korea. Is Kim running, or is it his sister? Oh, North Korea. I think it's the sister. I do not think that is Kim Jong-un. I don't. I just can't see it. But that's my opinion. I'm going to stick with that. But I just get nothing on Kim Jong-un when I close it. I'm trying to picture him up, moving about, and nothing. I just see him lying down. And it's not because that's what I want to see. It's like, so I've got him lying, get up and move around. No. Struggle. No, I can't see him getting up and moving around. And it's just, I can't. So I honestly don't believe that's him. I just think that they put him in so that certain people will cooperate with this person there. I don't think it's him. You haven't seen him riding his white horse. You haven't seen him doing this, that, and the other. Hi, Fern Robin Blank. So I just don't think that's him. Okay, I'm going to read on this missing girl, Gabby, and now her boyfriend's gone missing. I don't know much about it, apart that she's been missing for a while. Her family are frantic, of course, and now her boyfriend's gone missing. I don't know much about the story, just that she went missing. Oh, Queen John Deacon from Queen is not in a good way. We are having a lot of trouble with our anti-lockdown protest. Over 200 arrested and 100 police officers injured. So, you know. Hi, Sharon Syde. I'm not sure who Chelsea Manning is. Sorry, guys. Okay, this missing girl. Guides of the highest truth. Missing girl, Gabby. Is she safe? Okay, thank you for joining us, Clarence. Is she safe? Four of Cups. She wasn't very happy where she was. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Rods. I do feel maybe it might have been voluntarily. She may have just taken off voluntarily. But she wasn't very happy about something. Hi, Greta. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving. Things just weren't going where she wanted them. Knight of Rods. So, yeah, her disappearance is being investigated. Knight of Pentacles. Knights can be protectors. Takes her responsibility seriously and finishes what he starts. Knight of Rods. Sign of the Explorer. I do feel like she feels like what she was doing, she wasn't getting what she wanted or needed from it. She promised herself various things. Is she safe? so far I've got nothing to indicate that she's not safe. But there is confusion and clouding. She doesn't want to be found, I guess. Three of Pentacles, maybe worked on this with a few other people, including her boyfriend. So I'm just looking at the messages from here, is that there's nothing to indicate that she's in danger. Two of Cups, again, with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, dissatisfaction, talking to a few other people. Two of Cups, a deal. She made some promises to herself and she took seriously, but they weren't working. So High Priestess, strategies, plans, secrets. And she wanted to do more, and she's suffering from some confusion. The Moon, maybe some I've seen nothing here to indicate that she's not safe. The Moon, well, that's a no card, but it can also mean that she's possibly in a state of depression. OCDC, yeah, okay. Possibly she just didn't feel like she was getting the help she needed. You would hope that she would at least send a message to her family saying, look, I just need some time alone. She's very dissatisfied with things. Queen of Pentacles, stability and safety. I feel she might have gone just of her own free will. She just needs some time. I do feel that she will come home, hopefully, and I hope that is the. But of course, there's confusion and distress amongst her family. She wouldn't be the first or the last person to go off the grid because they don't feel hiding. Is she hiding? No, she is suffering from some anxiety. The Magician. Yeah. That is, yes, tricky, hidden secrets and stuff. But she has been suffering from some anxiety, and that's led up to her decision too. I do feel she will contact her family when she's ready, but she's not ready yet. Hopefully that's the case. I really, really hope that's the case. I don't really like reading on missing people in case it's wrong, because, you know, I won't read on missing children. She's an adult, which is the only reason that I did read on her, but it's not something I generally like to do too much. And she hasn't been gone she's been gone a little while, but not so long. Yeah. I would say there's more hope that there's more indications that she's okay and she's safe than that she's not. But I really don't. This is something where you really got to be careful. All the indicators are that she's okay, she's safe, and she's perhaps regaining some stability. But I don't know, maybe she's called her boyfriend. If her boyfriend's gone missing, maybe she's called him. Why has the boyfriend gone missing? you know, I need you to come and be with me, but please don't tell anyone stuff. Ace of Cups, Hierophant. I think she may have even checked herself into a facility somewhere for a while. Seven of Wands, stand and defense. Yeah, I do feel that she might be in hiding, but it is causing quite a bit of conflict. And I think the boyfriend may have contacted him to come and be with her, but hopefully it'll all turn out okay. But we'll just have to wait and see. Hi, Kathy W. I'm edging on the side of, yeah, she's okay. And there's another sun that's come up. But I'm usually very reluctant, okay? And I will never, ever read on missing children because that would just be like bringing up you know, so it's I don't want false hope to be raised, but I feel she probably is okay. But yeah, every indication says that she went of her own free will. I think she went to maybe get something she felt she wasn't getting there, so maybe go someplace. And of course they have privacy policies and things like that. People are allowed to just disappear, you know. The boyfriend, yeah, I do feel like it's, yeah. Okay, Sheldon Whitehouse. Now, judge's removal. Can somebody please remind me of the question of the removal of federal judges for dark money? Then went missing. Yeah. It is a conundrum. But I do feel that she will contact, I'm hoping that she will contact her family. That's the overall vibe, but she needs time. I think the thing that she was taking seriously was efforts to get to a better place. And she was really dissatisfied with what was going on. Will he be successful investigating and removing judges? Okay, and federal indictments. Okay, this month. Sheldon Whitehouse. Who's Sheldon Whitehouse? Can somebody remind me, please? Seven of Swords. People have been getting away with stuff. Hiding things. hidden things, shining a light on hidden things is his challenge. The Page of Cups, some surprising news. Norway, new PM. Germany, somebody asked me about Germany as well after election. Okay. I think he's she called him and he's gone to her. That's Rhode Island, okay. He's determined to bring some light on some hidden things. Page of Cups, there's going to be some surprising information coming out. And again, we've got the fish here, and in some cases the fish represents wealth, money. In Lenormand, at least, I'm reluctant to bring the fish over the message, but I do get surprising news. Like, she's really surprised the fish has jumped out of the cup. She's like, whoa! So this news is going to be a surprise. Queen of Rods. Congress. Intuition. Further investigation is going to come out from this. The outcome cards. Temperance. Yeah, sorry about that. He's turned it down. Strength, finding a new balance. The Emperor. The rule of law and stability. A new balance to the rule of law and stability. Seven of Pentacles. Reap what you sow. This guy is not looking very happy. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, getting away with stuff. And the assessment, this is a card of consequences. So there are going to be consequences. The Moon. Some lies and deceptions are going to be revealed. Will he be successful? Well, what's on the bottom? This is definitely the dirty money thing there. Will he be successful in getting rid of some judges? We've got the Sun, the King of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. New balance. King of Cups, a new balance. I think a couple of Supreme Court judges are going to go. I think Biden's going to be able to introduce the new stability and balance into the Supreme Court. Yeah. I do think they're going to lose a couple of judges, and Biden's going to be able to replace them. Okay. What's next? Proud Boys. Are they planning something? Are the Proud Boys planning some case? Thanks, Joji, for putting up the current questions that I'm looking at. I really appreciate that. Painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss and crisis. Well, I do think that that is an indication of where their mind is at the moment. Their challenge, personal setbacks, and people are starting to move on from the Trump fatigue. So personal setbacks and moving on. So that's the challenge for them, is that they're finding it a bit hard because people are starting to move on. The Trump fatigue is setting in, and that's actually a bit of a challenge for them. Disgrace, quiet. In their future is some disgrace and disquiet. So yeah, they're definitely looking at doing something in the future. Conceit, surface knowledge. So sorry, that was the Magician with the disgrace and disquiet and the Five of Loss, the challenge, which is the people moving on, the Five of Cups. Now we've got the High Priestess reversed. Conceit, surface knowledge. They're really physical ardor. They're more how do I say this delicately? They get off on the idea that they're a big bad group of, you know, that they're big and bad. Bunch of wankers at the base of this. They get off on the idea of this, and that they never look deeper. And basically because they get off on the idea of being big, bad and powerful, is that they're quite susceptible to being manipulated. They just believe what's being thrown in front of them. They don't look deeper. They are a danger. Inertia, stagnation and permanence is one of the outcomes. I'm looking at the outcomes now with the World card reversed. So they're sort of, again, it's that people are moving on. So the inertia that they had, so the momentum that they had from people being outraged and all the big lie and all that, it's starting to come to an end. And here again, we've got the Death card reversed. Here again is inertia, lethargy, petrification, somnambulism, which is sleepiness. People are just getting tired of it and they're losing interest and they're getting lethargic about it all. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. Superfluity, abundance, increase. It's interesting because we've got a bit of two-way thing here. I'm going to do some notes on the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, look at some more notes. Fickle fate, a turn for the worse, blind optimism can lead to failure. So that's another note on it. So yeah, fickle fate, blind optimism. These are all major arcana up the top for their outcomes. So the Knight of Wands, it's a passion project, scattered energy, delays, frustration. Yeah, their plans get delayed and stuff. Honestly, they do want to cause trouble, but and you cannot count them out. Okay, could they cause trouble? Fall from grace, egotism. That's a big no. I do think that they're gonna go back to being a small splinter group. They're going to be weakened in numbers and all that, and people are just tired of it. People are tired of it. They've had enough. Are they going to undertake a domestic terror attack? I mean, they're talking about it. They're certainly there with the 10 of swords, the star, anxiety, and judgment. It's their hope that they're going to, but anxiety is creeping in. They want to cause people anxiety, but people are waking up to it, and they need to wake up and smell the roses. They certainly want to. Will they succeed? Hierophant. I just don't get them succeeding. I don't. We've got the Magician here again. And we've got the card of embattlement and anxiety. I think if they do get something up and running, it's going to be stopped. Basically, they're on the radar, and they're being watched under a very, very, very big lens. That does not mean that they cannot cause trouble at local levels or cannot be a problem in some areas. I feel like rather than big, huge things, there might be small fires. They'll start small fires that have to be gone and put out and things like that. They're going to be a pain in the ass. And, you know, and it is their intent. They're finding trouble getting support for it. But that doesn't mean they're not going to try. It's just that they won't be super successful or anything. Okay, the new PM in Norway. Look at Norway and Germany. Yes, they are. In Canada, yeah. And I think they're finding too, as people get Trump fatigue, they're also getting militia fatigue, I think. Maybe they were, you know, never really bought. Militias, most militias' aim is to overthrow the government, and they never really thought about that. And then they saw it, those two groups, the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys being the biggest ones, try and do it. So be interesting to see if militia fatigue comes into play at any stage. Yeah, Jonas Gara Stores Party. So how is he going to do as the new PM in Norway? Let's have a look. Hey, Knight of Wands, new energy. Looking at new ways of doing things. The Knight of Wands is an explorer, looks at new ways of doing things, and also it's a very passionate person. So he really feels passionate about doing things. Seven of Pentacles. His first job is to assess, get a really good assessment of how the country is now that he's in the top job. The challenge here is that there were some things that it's time to let go of. Some things that the country have not benefited from, and it's time to let go of them. And he's got to, with the Three of Swords. So he's assessing with the Seven of Pentacles. The challenge for him is finding ways in which to let go of some practices in the country, or some policies in the country that have not really been good for the country. So to get around them, remove them, institute new policies. The advice for him is keep things in balance. Don't rush forward. Be restrained in what you do. This is temperance. Be restrained in what you do. This temperance angel, she's underwater. She's the keeper of the well. It's her job to maintain the balance in everything, with the keeper of the well, the temperance card. The advice for him is that before you move, before you get rid of one of these bad policies, don't just get rid of it and not have a plan. The thing is, okay, work on things one at a time, and we're getting rid of this policy, and in its place is this policy. Don't say we're getting rid of this policy, but we don't know what we're going to replace it with, because it still addresses, an issue. Make sure he's got this goes, and in its place is this. At the base of this is a crossroads for the country. And this is why he's got to be balanced in what he does. So the problem on the one hand that you're getting rid of, and the solution you're going to introduce on the other hand. So again, you've got this balance of getting rid of this, replacing it with this. It's a crossroads for Norway. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong. The outcomes for Norway under this man's leadership. The universe. This is a card, the universe. It's, to me, one of the big things with the world card or the universe card in this thing is it's a card of resolution. So there will be resolutions to some of the problems that have been plaguing Norway in the last few years. And I have to admit, I do not know what they are, but there seems to be 3 areas of real significance. And also, there's going to be more reaching out. The High Priestess. Strategies. But also, there's always going to be stuff that Norway likes to keep to itself. But there's strategies to reach out. Wise wisdom. It's going to be very wise leadership, very good leadership. It's like this High Priestess. She's been sitting there so long and reading the book and giving her wisdom, but nobody's accepted it, and that she's just been sitting there waiting patiently for people to listen and follow on from what she's been saying they need to do. That she's got cobwebs all around her. So it's sort of going to be like a clearing out of the cobwebs enacting strategies that really have been in the works for quite a long time. The chariot, moving forward, momentum. It's going to move Norway forward. I know Norway's always been very good with refugees as well. Moving, and it's going to move the country forward. There's also that element of stagnation from that previous card with the, so it's going to move that on, so that they've sort of felt the country may have been feeling like it's been stuck in a rut for quite a while, and there's going to be movement on from that. Some hangman, and then we've got the hangman, but enchantment, a new perspective. One of the main things about the hangman is often called, it's going to give a new perspective. So it's not going to be a huge new broom, clean out everything and leave no survivors. It's going to be a real careful assessment and looking at areas that need to be changed, not changing everything just because there's a new government, but looking at what really does need to change and changing. And within the country, I do feel there's going to be a bit of a change of perspective, and there might be an element of Four of Cups. Some people aren't going to be happy. There are always some people who are not happy when new governments come in. It's not what they want. But there's going to be a change of perspective, and I do feel like coming out of time to drop the apathy. They've been pretty apathetic, apparently. Move on, King of Swords, new thoughts, strong leadership, strong stability. So I do feel that this person is going to take Norway into a new direction, but not a drastic new direction or anything, just, yeah, some changes that have needed to be made and that people aren't happy. People who, it's not that people won't be happy with the changes he puts in, it's that it's going to lift the lethargy by giving it a new perspective on things. He's going to show real service. This person is suspending themselves in service of others, and it's really going to show real service and strong leadership, I think. Oh dear, that's a shame. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley, Kathy W. I don't know if I said hello earlier, guys. Kate Sweet Blue, hello. Yeah. Now, somebody also asked me the elections in Germany on September 26th. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who the parties are, so I'll do a general look at what the future of Germany will be after the elections, and then once the elections have happened, I'll have a bit of a closer look, okay? So the Lovers, it's going to be like a new partnership. This could be a coalition government. the Emperor. Challenges will be to institute it without the rule of law, stability, real leadership. The challenge will be to establish the leadership with the Emperor. So we've got the Lovers, could lead to a coalition government. The challenge will be to establish who the leader of that government will be between the parties. It is going to be an uphill battle, but it will end up being a successful government. But they're going to have to work hard at it. It's not going to be easy. At the base of this reading is agendas, the High Priestess again, and stagnation, a feeling of stagnation. There's going to be a need to really look back and listen to the wisdom of those around them. Look at what the previous government did right, look at what they did wrong, really, and listen to, if it is a coalition government, listen to each other properly and not let one party's agenda override another. So the agendas have to have equal. Knight of Wands, it's going to be an interesting time of exploration, political wise, in Germany. I'm doing the outcomes now with the Knight of Wands. The Hangman, Norway got the Hangman too, a change of perspective, and a change of perspective in the way that things are done. The Ace of Cups, new creativity. The Four of Pentacles. But it's not going to be as successful as the Norwegian government. It's going to feel a little bit like, there's always, because it's coalition, there's always going to be a little bit of a feeling of insecurity surrounding it. So while it will do well, people aren't really going to be too comfortable with it. Five of Swords. And in the end, I think there could be a element in there that could destabilize it in the end. Yeah. So while it will do okay for a while, I do think that like further on there might be a few cracks showing. Yeah. So if there is a coalition government, I'll have a look again after the election. But yeah, it could be okay for a while and then some cracks showing and people feeling less secure in the government that has been formed. Okay. Okay, guys, look, I might wrap it up now. So my back's still a wee bit sore, so I'm just sitting for this long. It's been a bit hard on it. So I'm going to wrap it up and I'll be back again during the week. And look out for my next Hidden Treasures video, okay? So I will talk to you later. Love you all. Stay safe, stay strong, stay happy, and stay loving. Love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.